Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be taking a look at the third release of Magic Square's MS-B53C Night Tracer. This is the C version, the Toon version, done in a darker blue. Fantastic figure all around, regardless of which version you got. But let's take a look. Quick look around the box. Gold trim, which is what we're seeing on this set. Again, the shout out to the G1 boxes with the grid pattern, purple, orange, and yellow. Artist rendition of Onslaught on the front. Nothing on the side. Again, they love to do these silhouettes on the back, so we've got the space bridge, which is cool to see. Stats on the bottom, and on the side, another artist rendition. So, very nice boxes. But we're not here for boxes, are we? Let's go ahead and get into it. In the box, he comes with the back leg plates for Brawl, done in the new green, and for Swindle, done in the new yellow. Nothing has changed as far as the workings of it. These sections do pop out, giving you the ability to assemble Bruticus. There's also supposedly a hidden base mode, which isn't, in my opinion, really worth mentioning, but you've got some nice detail on these. He comes with a toy-accurate chest plate for Bruticus. Nice purple painted on. You've got the dark gray. The darker gray like what we saw with Vortex. And nice, it's all done on brown plastic. So it's good to see the amount of paint that's visible here. It does attach the same way, but I don't believe... Well, I believe it. You can swap this for the IDW version if you want to. But I have always loved this chest plate. I wish I had it for my Zeta Bruticus. Then he comes with his blaster. This time done again in the lighter green. Nicely detailed as before. And it works. It's a blaster. And he will hold that blaster just fine. So let's take a look at the figure. This has always been my favorite version of Onslaught, even including the Masterpiece scale. And the exciting news is the Masterpiece version that Magic Square is releasing. Brawl has been announced, so good things to come. But this figure is fantastic. Looking at the eyes, done in orange. The IDW version was done in red. But you have obviously the darker blue throughout. And then you have the new color of green on the waist and the knees. New color on the backpack also. The head is on a ball, so you do get back that far. Full rotation. Nothing really down. Shoulders nice and solid across. You do get up to 90 degrees. You get more than 90 degrees due to transformation. Full 360. The newer green looks amazing painted on the arms. You do get rotation above the elbow. And you do get a single jointed elbow that doesn't get you the full run, but gets you well above 90. Hands are able to be swiveled. And they do come out. If you have the Magic Square Megatron, you can actually use his posing hands on this figure, which is great. Coming down to the waist, you do have full rotation, full ab crunch. The darker blue looks amazing. Gray paint on the front, and then you have gray paint on the dots on the front of the hip skirts, and darker gray on the center of the crotch. As far as articulation, you do get that far up with a moving hip skirt, that far out, and that far back. Rotation at the hip, which is one thing I missed with Vortex. He has it as well. And bear in mind, these are loose, but they don't come forward all the way with the leg movement, but that's intentional for transformation purposes. As far as the knee, you do get the full run. Again, you've got the legs in black with that new green on the front. You got some nice detailing on the legs. I just love that dark blue. It looks fantastic. Silver for the wheels. There's the view from the back. A little bit of break up here, but still looks really good. As far as the feet go, you do have full rocker. Nothing really up and down, but the toe does move. So you have the ability to adjust that. Overall, articulation and decor on this guy are fantastic. Coming back to the guns, you do have the ability to extend them for Bruticus and also alt mode. Looks great. Again, this is my new favorite version of Onslaught, even compared to the other versions of Magic Square. They've done a superb job. And here is a quick comparison to the original. The differences are definitely obvious with the darker blue. Orange still for the eyes, which there might be a shade difference, but if there is, it's too light to tell. You've got the new color green, but the darker blue to me just looks phenomenal. And we're down to just needing one. Here he is with the other members of the C set. And again, I'm just loving this set. The coloration, the differences are amazing. Not subtle at all. In most cases, when it comes to Onslaught, complete different colors on the majority. And I'm really loving it. I really cannot wait for Blast Off. So let's take a look at Night Tracer's alt mode. And I really do enjoy the darker colors. Dark blue throughout. The newer shade of green that we saw on their Brawl Heavy Gunner. You've got the silver for the wheels, black for the windows, gray and light gray for the front bumper, and orange for the taillights. As far as the transformation and everything, nothing new here. But you do still have a few options with the gun. It can rotate as you see fit. But again, if you want to, you can adjust the way that it sits just by undoing this and rotating each section back and reconnecting. So you can have a more flush look if you prefer. It will still rotate as desired. And you can bring in the other vehicles and put them on the back. Now it works better if you're going to do that with it in the forward position. But still an option, and I do think it looks great. The guns can pivot, so you have definitely display options there. Overall, still an amazing version of Onslaught. When compared to the original, the differences are definitely obvious. The blue is a completely different shade. The color of the rims remains the same, and you have the old color of green for the gun and the side panels. Front bumper is actually a little bit darker as well. Sorry, the front grille bumper remains the same, but I do love this new color. The dark blue just provides so much more of a cartoon accurate coloring. And here we have the 4 bots released so far. This coloring on this set is phenomenal, to be honest. I really do enjoy the changes. As far as the negatives, not much to say, honestly. Again, the only thing I can think of is the order in which these were released. This is something that a lot of people say should have been released in the first place. But it is what it is. There's a lot of people that won't be picking this up for that specific reason. I understand, but just don't miss out on a great set. That's all I can say. As far as positives, there's plenty to say. The articulation, detail, and sculpting is phenomenal. Magic Square really did knock it out of the park with Night Tracer, and to be honest, the entire Combaticon set. They've been fantastic. Definitely the best version of Birdicus that's available. And the exciting news is that they've announced the Masterpiece version, starting with Brawl, which is supposed to be available at the end of September. I can't wait. I've already got 2 on pre-order with MagicSquareToys.com. So, do I recommend it? Not if you've already got a set, unless you really want this aesthetic. If you don't have it, then I highly recommend it. Again, it's the best version of the Combaticons ever released, in my opinion. I picked mine up from the showzstore.com. Check them out. If you haven't already, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to get your bell on so you get notified of future content. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time.